And here's those levels I showed in my first little tour video, coming in handy. I'm an inch off in one direction, but that's hardly noticeable. And front to back, about less than an inch, so won't notice that, sleeping and cooking and all that good stuff. But plugged in here to shore power, my version of shore power, which all I want to run really off power here at the campground is the that little space heater. So we'll see how this all works out. I actually had to move sites because my extension cord wasn't long enough. Lesson learned. But we're here at Pinery, I believe it's Pinery Provincial Park in Ontario, Canada, which was only 100 miles from my home in the Detroit area. So testing out some winter camping, and I'm going to test out the new e-bike, and also this this electrical connection with the furnace. See how that works out this trip. But just getting set up here. No point in wasting propane since we're glamping. This is my first time using any electrical connection while camping, I must say. Testing out that new NOCO input with the dual outlets. So this will be a nice little test with this tiny little space heater. I mean, the camper is a tiny space, so this should do the trick here. We're gonna find out. And worst case, I just fire up the furnace and we're good to go. It is currently 43 degrees inside, probably the same outside. Yeah, same temp. Let me take you to the e-bike, which is a great addition to camping, and I will show you why here soon. So here it is, all folded up, just fits in here, even with my modifications with this little cargo box that I will be showing you. But yeah, this thing is pretty sweet for what it is, and I'll go into more detail in a second. I'll pull it out, put it together, show you how it all works. It's heavy, but not terrible. It's about 40 something pounds, I think. Could be wrong. But has a hinge, locking mechanism that flips up, locks there, pedals flip up, and all I gotta do now is add the bike seat. It is that simple, compact, and this is a cool little addition and little mini trail bike. I had a previous e-bike that actually, about a year ago today, I broke my leg badly. I'll refer to the photo I'll post here. But yeah, I have a little bit of PTSD from my last e-bike, so I've been hesitant to get on another one, but the fact that this is lower to the ground, you know, easy to step over the frame, lighter weight, I'm not too nervous about it. Obviously I could still get in trouble, accidents happen, but you know, I can't let that deter me from having fun and doing what I like to do. So here it is. I'll go into some detail here in a second. This is a electric XP 3.0, and this option I got, there was a battery option. I got the large capacity battery, so it gives you about 25% more range, I think. And don't quote me on any of these specs, this is just all off the top of my head, but I believe with the extended range battery you can get up to like 50 miles or something, but that's obviously in passenger assist level 1 and pedaling and all that stuff. But I mean, I've used this thing in the local parks, just testing it out the last week, and just ride forever, and it really barely uses any power. The cold weather actually is great for these lithium ion type batteries. Just tends to last a lot longer. So it's got some suspension up front, nothing crazy. It does have fat tires. They are small diameter, but for a small little trail bike doing what I'm doing in these flat ground pathways and stuff, it's gonna be great. So the only customizations I've done so far are related to photography, of course. So I wanted a rack. Well, it came with a rear mount rack, and you can get baskets and all sorts of things, but I just went to Harbor Freight and picked up one of their cases here, their waterproof, rugged camera cases, and they're super cheap. This fit perfectly. It's got the cut to fit foam, and here is my setup for what I would be using if I'm out on the trail shooting wildlife, or the 24-105 kind of covers, you know, a lot of range there. If I'm only bringing 2 lenses, these were the 2 I'd bring like on a little e-bike adventure. And then of course I left the top foam at home because I last night installed these quick fist mounting deals here for my tripod, which I had to mount a tripod somewhere, and I figured this might be the best. Keep the weight in the middle, you know. I was going to do it off the side, but I think this works just fine. And then I have a little Velcro strap here to keep it all together, but it might move left and right a little bit, but it's not going anywhere. So I got everything I need to go exploring, taking pictures, cruising around. And of course, you have to have a cup holder, and it's camo, so nobody can see it. Haha. But yeah, I'm gonna make a coffee right now and start some exploring. So, any other questions on the e-bike, let me know. I'm sure I didn't cover everything, and the info I provided could be wrong, but like I said, it's just off the top of my head. But price for this bike starts at $9.99. It's a very affordable e-bike. The version I got with the extended range battery was $200 more, so it was $1,200. It did come with a lock, which is a pretty nice lock. That's a nice little upgrade. It comes with a upgraded seat. I think it has an updated headlamp, which I haven't really tested out yet. It's part of a little package they have right now where it's included in the price. So all in all, it's you get a lot for what it is. And it's just a great little trail bike. So we'll get it on the trail here and check it out. Let's make some coffee before I hit the trails. So I'll show you my coffee setup here. Actually use K-cups. Found this guy on Amazon. Post a link. It's pretty cool for how simple it is. Coffee's good. I mean, it's just K-cup coffee. Hand pumped, which I'll show you here. Presto My Joe coffee maker. So this is the mini presso. So you can add a little shot of espresso by pumping. So super easy to use as well. That's how I like my coffee, with a little shot on it. So it comes out that end, you fill it on this end here. I'll show you how to do that. So here's my little pods. Let's use some Pete's coffee. Yep, that'll work. So first thing we do, sorry I haven't used this thing in a while. There's one more part. Oh, there's a dirty old pod. Throw that away. Alright, so you just load this guy up, gently press, and tighten on. So that's ready to go. All I gotta do is heat up some water, which I'm going to use for this K-cup guy as well. So let's do that. Another amazing little Amazon find. It's this little collapsing kettle made out of silicone. I've been using these forever, and anything you can do to, you know, save space in a camper like this is amazing. So just pops up like that. Has a little locking handle. Fill it up. Metal bottom. Just make sure the flame doesn't go over the edge. Common sense. But yeah, you just fill her up and get the water hot. And we will light the burner. Just turned on the propane on the back. Oh, by the way, I know we said we'd do a temp check. It's frickin' roasting in here from like 10-15 minutes ago. I think it's like 15 degrees or something already from this little guy. So yeah, it's frickin' hot in here right now. Too hot. I had to take my jacket off. One of the things I love about this camper is it just feels so cozy. It's like a little cabin on wheels. Just to be able to stand here and cook. Got my fridge, got my full kitchen here, and then just enjoy the view, which not a spectacular view today, but that'll change in future videos. But it's just nice to be able to look out and open this up if I want to breeze, make some coffee, make some lunch, dinner, whatever. Yeah, it just feels cozy in here. Did I mention it's freaking roasting with this thing? Coffee's ready. Alright, so just fill this guy up to the line. 10 ounces. Set that on top of your cup. And you start pumping. This is a manual Keurig. It takes about 6 to 8 pumps. You just press on it, get a little arm workout. Is there faster ways of making coffee? Probably, but this is how I've been doing it in the rig. Alright. Almost to the end here. Maybe one more pump. Actually has that sound like a Keurig at the end. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, coffee is done. Now let's add a shot of Nespresso. So to do that, we're just going to do a similar thing here. Fill this little guy up. Enough for about a shot. Then you screw this guy on tight. Turn it around. And you're going to start pumping right here. It's very easy to do. You can see it coming out nice and creamy. A little extra caffeine boost here. And you just pump until the water runs out. Which doesn't take long. Alright, we're just about done here. You can feel the pressure kind of releasing as it gets to the end. That's it. Just a few drops coming out. that's it. You tighten that up. Put on the lid. You can clean that up later, but super compact. Works great. Been using this for about a year now. I love it. Mini espresso. There's some different options for those, but it's great. I wanted to show a kind of a detail of the Arctic pack, because you can't really tell in a lot of videos what it looks like and how it works. So here's the Arctic pack. You kind of see the texture on it. Has an interesting feel to it. Not sure what it is exactly, but this kind of shows what it would look like without it. You just have this bare layer here, which I'm sure is okay, but the benefit of having the Arctic pack is this air gap right here. It's about 2 inches or so, and it really works, like I mentioned in the tour video. Pretty simple stuff, but it does make a big difference, especially in winter. We are at Pinery Provincial Park in Ontario, Canada, and I'm staying in the Riverside area, which is the only one open during the winter time. I guess the lady at the gate told me that all these roads that lead to trails and stuff that you would normally use to go down to Lake Huron are closed during the winter, but all the bike trails are open and ski trails, and there's no snow right now. We've been having a mild winter thus far. So this e-bike is going to get me all the way down to these potentially scenic areas. I've never been here, and I don't know what I'm getting into, but I always try to find something scenic to take photos of. So here we are. And it's not bad. There's some people here, but overall pretty empty, which is fine. Good. I know it's not remote overland camping, but this is kind of just a trial run, and wanted to get some footage for you guys to start this channel, which I am doing now. So, bike's all packed up, hot coffee, got my camera gear, got my drone. I think I'm ready to explore. Let's do it. Just putting along, got my hot coffee, cruising to the dunes. The only way to get there right now is one of these trails. So I could walk or hike a few miles, not exactly sure. It looks like a few miles. Or I can just cruise the bike there. I'm just putting along right now because I'm filming, but got the throttle if I want to just go throttle. It'll go up to 20 miles an hour, which is the class 2 e-bike. I have it unlocked to go 28 miles per hour in the different pedal assists. Yeah, I don't want to make this all about an e-bike review, but yeah, as you can see, this is the perfect little trail bike for cruising. And if I get lazy, all I do is twist the throttle. And we're cruising. And hopefully I don't break my other leg. Or any legs. No more broken legs. But yeah, this is nice. I got my camera on me. If I see any wildlife, I can stop, bust out the camera, get some shots. Not the ideal conditions for lighting, but it's getting dark, is what I mean. But I can work with that. But yeah, headed to the dunes to check out Lake Huron in Ontario. Alright, back from that little ride. My face is frozen. Something I wanted to show real quick, which I don't think I mentioned in the tour, is my little shovel mount here, or my mini camp shovel, my pooper shovel, or the fire poker. I spoke about the jack brackets as a good mounting point. So all I did, and this was before I had a welder, which I may redo this, but all this is just a little piece of aluminum angle from Home Depot. It's not super thick, nothing fancy, but it's sturdy enough. And then I just bolted it in with a few bolts here. And I think there's a spacer too. But these are those quick fist grips again, which are amazing. I've used them on all vehicles I've had to mount things. And it just stays here and it's ready to rock whenever I need it. So just wanted to show you that real quick. All right, let's warm up here. My face. Let's see how hot it is in here when I left the heater on low. This little space heater. All right, let's see what the thermostat says. Ooh, that is toasty. 61. Oh my god, that feels good in here. Alright, I'm gonna defrost and make some lunch and then start building a fire and hanging out. I love these knives, by the way. These are made by Mora. Made in Sweden. I'm Swedish, so that means it's super cool. But yeah, this Mora knife also light my fire. The cool thing about this is it's super sharp. They're not expensive, and the great thing is this little flint right here, which is fantastic. So this is my go-to knife for camping. Nothing fancy, but does the trick. Got these at the dollar store. So let's see how these work. Right after I built that fire, I got a call from my mom that my dad had passed away. And I decided to go home to be with my wife and my dog. But it's all good. My dad had dementia for a long, long time, and he was suffering, and he's free from that now, so it's a blessing. Anyway, sorry to end this video. It was a bummer, but I think I want to take this channel in the direction of, you know, showing the four-wheel camper, gear reviews, maybe do some photography tutorials since I have a ton of experience with that. I don't have a ton of experience with videography, I don't know if you can tell, but I appreciate everyone watching so far. If you could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to do more of these videos, and just thanks for watching. And I sound like this because I have a terrible sinus infection. So it was good I came home. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Thanks again. Bye.